PB. PB.
Yes, Drac?
Just trying to come up with a nickname. Your name rhymes with sightsee, gutsy.
PB's already a nickname.
No shit. What's it short for?
Pelisaria Basale.
Ah, PB it is.
What's the worst trouble you've ever been in, Drac?
Look around.
Really? You've been alive 1,400 years and this is the worst?
Trouble always feels worst when you're in it. Everything else is just a good story.
So Drac, Asari, and Krogan live much longer than the rest of the Milky Way species.
Yeah, so?
But now you've got about as much time left as Ryder, Vetra, everyone else on the team.
If I'm lucky, get to the point.
Must be weird. After so much time, finally facing the end.
Time is time. Number of years don't matter as much as what you do with them. Whatever I've got left's gonna be chock full of living. BB, you're sure you're not half Krogan?
Nope. Why?
Your attitude, aggression, the way you don't take shit from anyone.
My mother made it exclusively with other Asari.
Is that right?
Except when she conceived me. My father was an Elcor.
You've got to be kidding.
Offended indignation. Why? Doesn't it fit?
You're as far from an Elcor as I can imagine.
Then it makes perfect sense, right?
Huh, I suppose so. You little rebel.
My mother had me extremely late in life. She'd slowed down to the point where my Elcor father was the quick-witted one.
Your household must have been a hoot.
That's why I'm here.
Nobody else on the team seems to know much about you.
How I like it.
So why are you telling me all this stuff?
You're almost dead anyway. I like what you said about life and longevity, Drac.
Remind me what I said?
You said the number of years we're around isn't what matters. Back home, I knew so many old Asari who stopped learning, asking questions.
Sounds less like living than waiting to die.
Exactly. I wouldn't trade one of my years for 100 of theirs. Saw some of your scouts.
Dead, probably, otherwise you wouldn't have.
Sid gets me so frustrated. I try to be firm. She pushes back. I lay down the law. She pushes some more.
See, that's your problem. Kids need boundaries, sure, but they also want to know you're not the enemy.
Our dad would not have agreed with you.
Your dad sounds like a piece of work. Special ops, right?
Yeah, something like that. He never went into details.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
I know the type.
Everything on this planet's so pointy.
You all right, Drac?
Too much high ground. Keep expecting an ambush. How'd you meet Kesh?
A few years ago, I was running with a mercenary band, mostly smuggling work. Nova Force. Ambitious name for a small-time crew. On one of the jobs, I got caught by Kesh. Made a deal. I got her some experimental prototypes out of Terminus. She didn't turn me in. It became a thing. She was always good for jobs, paid well, and upfront. Credits helped me go independent. But then I got suspicious. All the things she was asking me to get. So I asked. That's when I heard about the initiative.
She brought you on.
Oh yeah. I bought the pitch, like everyone else.
You think Kesh lied to you?
Nah, she's not the type. I'm pretty sure none of us really knew what we were getting into. Bamboozled.
Nice word.
Yeah, I learned it from Sid. She's into some weird old human shit.
Good name for a drink. The Bamboozler.
I'd try it.
Drac, why would anyone near the end of their life take a chance joining the initiative?
Why would anyone at the start of theirs join up with strangers like us? Besides, who says I'm old? Who says I'm dying?
I don't think I said that.
You did.
I'm certain I didn't.
Now you're saying I'm deaf.
Ryder?
Nope, not getting involved.
Hey, you're not wrong, Chow. I am old, but I got a lot of living left. Lots of respect for the Angara. The way they fight, it's almost Krogan.
Reminds me of Christmas in the mountains. That's a bright side, yeah?
Whatever you think of it, this is a beautiful planet.
Our histories say there were once flower meadows on Vold. Colors we didn't have names for.
Seriously, Ryder, you didn't bring any music? Ever disobeyed an order, Cora?
In my soldier days? No, that's kind of the point.
It's that mechanical. You never thought about it.
Military discipline isn't there to give you something cool to rebel against. In combat, people depend on you being in the place they expect, doing what you're meant to do, or they die.
That doesn't mean you're doing the right thing.
I know. I read your dossier.
Dossier, huh? Fancy. So, what's it say?
That's classified.
Uh-huh. Don't start something you can't finish, Harper.
Okay, look, not starting anything. I'm military, you're not. But we're in this together now. Only thing that counts is getting out of it. If you've got the skills to help with that, and it looks like you do, then
Then we're good?
we're good.
It's weird to think that if we pull this off, everything we're looking at could change.
EOS might finally match the Golden World brochures.
I kept a few of those. It was hard to look at them after Site 2 failed.
We'll get there. Pathfinder is enough to tip the balance.
Those were some smooth moves back there, Costa.
Don't tell anyone, but I learned that from a vid. Edifice Rex.
Ah, yes. That's a classic. But I prefer the Batarian version.
Damn, hardcore.
Sometimes on these trips, my mind wanders. Suddenly I'm daydreaming that Callow's a spy leading a crazy double life.
Seems more in character for you. Remember the early data on EOS back home? When everywhere was labeled H with a bunch of numbers? Your dad put those readings up in his office. Knew them all by heart. Wonder what those worlds really looked like then. And now.
When they sent the first colonists down here, everyone was so excited. After all the shit the Nexus had been through, we finally had something to believe in. Then the reports came back.
This time will be different.
Yeah, I'm more than ready to believe again. I don't get it. The planet looks fine.
You can bleed under the skin and not see it. The wound's still there. Make sure not to eat anything here, or let any sap stick on your skin.
Wasn't planning on it.
Nice world. You know, with a little help from massive tech. Hopefully Padromo sets a high bar.
Aya is watching what happens on Eos very closely. Now this is familiar. A world isn't home without water.
Wonder what it's like on EOS when it rains. We do our job, someone will see it. Ah, the Big Lake. Bet you can't guess how I thought of that name. So, am I the first and only Asari you know?
You are the first, but not the only.
Really? Who else?
There is also Lexi.
Oh, right. Looking up at rocks, looking down on rocks, not interested in rocks. The Black Rock feels old. Good to remember we're the new ones.
The remnants change worlds, but places like this feel solid.
Always wanted to toss a rock in these Ket turbine things. We'll clear the Ket off Eos for good.
Whatever the Ket build, we can break.
Yeah, erosion and whatever. Let's find some tech.
I hope your colonists don't just work. These worlds need normal life.
Eos will have holidays, once we figure out the seasons. I've seen enough wastelands. Where's the celebration for managing to live here? Say, Jal, you smell really nice. Like, not just now. Always.
Thank you. I like to... I take pride in all aspects of my person. I like to smell nice.
Well, I think it's great. Where do you get it?
I make it. Is tinkering with alcohols and plant essences that different from explosives?
Yeah, kinda. You sure take up a lot of space back here. Your thighs are massive.
Great. Now we're both uncomfortable. Peavy, did I see you unpacking the other day? And then packing and then unpacking?
What? No. Maybe. Trying to keep me on my toes? Just keeping me on my toes, actually.
So wait, you're Kesh's father?
Grandfather, actually. She tell you about me?
Not exactly. She did used to swear up and down about a stubborn old fossil, usually while hitting something.
Stubborn old fossil. She's called me worse on a good day. You ever need a shoulder to lean on, I can, ask around.
Got a box of spares somewhere?
You know it.
Can't get over how much there is to learn out here. Cutting edge of remnant research.
Isn't that new? Maybe it's the 1,000 years talking, but all this feels familiar.